take the lens cap off first.
It's beautiful.
Okay, you're recording. Jump out here in front of some folks.
Mini cars.
Everybody comes to the square to look at the lights, and it's going to take about an hour or so to get through. Every building here has lights on it.
Wait, I don't know where I am. There we go. Should I put on action?
No, it's alright.
Trees are pretty.
Lots of people cutting lots of people off trying to get to see the lights.
Hi, Chad.
Hi. We're about to be hit by a van. We're still recording.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at the dash.
Yeah. Jumping everywhere. Auto focus.
You see it.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Shut up.
jingle bells.
Remnants of this Thanksgiving snow 2 days later. Pretty lights.
Beautiful.
What's up?
That's the old post office. Very expensive. Very good restaurant to eat at. There's the people.
Jingle bells. Are those jingle bells or dumbbells?
Dumbbells.
You filming Tim's Pizza?
It says we drive away.
Turn it off. Now we have Tim's residence. I don't know how well you can see it. It's pretty dark. Oh, I just missed the drive. Colonial Apartments.
59. Hello? Hello? This is Timmy's apartment. There's Tim.
You need some light.
Hello.
Hello. Fine.
Wow, good chair.
Something to sit on.
Yeah, I've been kind of this blanket I've been dragging around. Some music in the
My
back.
honey.
No stereo, no boxes, man.
A
Well,
chair.
that's right. Oh,
A
no, this
table.
chair. Oh,
No, this, we're gonna make this for Grandma.
all right.
I'm not sure the neat things in your cabinets.
Well, we have chips,
Wonder Bread.
Raymond's noodles, ramen flour, Kool-Aid for those times when I do get a pitcher, beef ravioli,
Yes.
and we have Tylenol,
Plenty of it.
sugar, crazy mixed up pepper, more than salt. In the next drawer we have plastic bags for recycling. We have plastic cups, 2 rows of that's what nice. Paper plates, Dixie, the only one I'll use. Tupperware from Dawn, thank you. Glasses. Joy,
Fine, Crystal.
An
And
all-purpose toilet
these-
bowl cleaner, which I'm gonna use for my pots.
Dawn
and
gave
pans.
these too. Was toilet paper cleaner?
Oh no, this is a toilet bowl, but I'm gonna use it as a.
Gross.
No, but nice silver. Oh yes.
Oh. Never needs to be washed.
Excuse me, I have washed one knife. Look at this. Ziploc.
I can't do this thing, Chad. Here.
I know that.
Just
Need a
the
cigarette anyway.
typical household items. Now this is.
This is, I suppose, Becky Thatcher, who I've not met yet. My name's Chad. Hello.
the ceilings and wall.
Wow.
Easily removed refrigerator.
Pink and blue cups.
Pictures of my own frogs.
Extreme close.
These are, look at that. Sunglasses.
Ah, Ray-Bans.
60 something. That's really dumb. Donna's adding to the art. Have babies.
Don is drawing a hooter head duck.
Yeah, it's just a cigarette.
Axel duck.
My only pair of shoes.
Another big hint there. Yeah, those are nice. And look at that fungus.
Let's see, well. My hand.
Did you make it yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Scars. I'm going to draw one of those faces. It used to be like this. I want to do it with paint. Wow, this is closing our evening for the apartment show. Thank you.
Becky Thatcher, would you have anything to say?
We need to all line up the cast. The cast needs to line up.
Wedding memories. Beautiful bride. Okay. Turn it. Okay.
I'll get one picture.
Camera's going wacko. He's not doing a very good job.
Not enough light.
Am I supposed to be doing these?
Not there. His best man Gary. Chad and his cousins, Karen and Audrey. Chad and his mom, Rhonda.
Okay. My pregnant sister. And there is the lovely couple. You can focus in there. And there's a lovely couple. Mr. and Mrs. Nick Burke. And there's Chad and his sister Jennifer. My grandparents on my father's side. There's all the groomsmen. And there's my grandmother on my mother's side. She didn't bring my grandpa up. He wasn't feeling well. There's the fader. I forgot to have the fader on again. Here are the groomsmen, and I'm getting a little
But she's happy where she is now. And hopefully things like it out.
I'm very happy father-in-law. Sister and I too stepping. I was doing the shake. I have no idea what I was doing by this time. I was getting pretty drunk. Tom tossing the bouquet. The girls catching the bouquet. Who's going to be the next to be married? Now it's time to take off the garter. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. There it is. And the lovely catch. Grabbed it right out of his hands. Here we are leaving the party to stay the night in the Capitol Hotel. It's very nice.
External boundaries. We do have a small upper level low that is moving to our north. Now, that's what caused some of our clouds earlier today, but as it has moved off to the east, we still have those clouds. The skies have begun to clear, and it looks like that we will see clear skies for the rest of the night, but that also means we're going to see some cool temperatures as that high pressure continues to have control over our weather picture. Tomorrow, though, we'll have a few clouds in the sky, but not a lot to talk about. The next system approaching the coast tomorrow will stretch on across an hour direction, probably by mid-week. But let's talk about tonight.
Warming trend compared to the 12 degrees we saw a couple of days ago. Tonight things are for the most part clear outside and mild temperatures. All the precipitation has pushed off to the East Coast. And if you are traveling to the East Coast, say tomorrow or on Monday, you're flying back home to New York or Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, somewhere around there, you may want to check ahead because they've got some major thunderstorms starting to rumble through the area, expecting quite a bit of rain, stretching all the way from the Carolinas all the way up the coast. Once again, check ahead. You don't want to spend too much time sitting around the airport if you don't have to. Now, high pressure is building in over a large part of the United States. And you can see clear skies dominate the weather. A little bit of snow still falling through parts of northwestern, northeastern, just northern Missouri. If you're traveling up there, you might want to check ahead as well.
Here's our Christmas tree, 2 feet tall. The TV. Here's Dawn in the bathroom, and here's the master bedroom. My banana plant that Tim bought me, still there. A dream catcher. Got that from one of my Cherokee friends. The moon over Fayetteville. Here's our 80 by 16 foot wide trailer. Still needs a little bit of work. I have to underpin it, which is that stuff right there. That way all the pipes don't freeze. That's the only side of the house I have that on. The truck that Mom and Tim helped buy for me. Appreciate it very much. Drive it to work every day. And our car that we still owe lots of bucks on. My wood hauling truck. Actually, that's my friend's. He lets me borrow it to haul wood with. I haul wood to sell, so we'll have a little extra cash around the house to help pay some bills. There's the wood I haul. $40 rate. Dawn! She's not listening, she's vacuuming. Very good housewife. Love her very dearly. In the trailer, there's our fuel tank. That's where we get our gas from. In the background there you see my parents and my grandfather's land. That's what they call Tony Mountain right there. Off into the woods. Can't see it right now, it's pretty dark. But there's where our dogs stay, in my little storage shed. Keep my tools and my lawnmower, weed eater, chainsaw, stuff like that in there. I don't know where the dogs are, I haven't seen them. But here's the back side of the trailer. As you see, it doesn't have the underpinning. I have blackboard up right now, but that's about it. I have central heat and air. Keeps us nice and cool in the winter. Warm in the winter. Cool in the summer. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's snow up there. That's where my parents live. Up there on the mountain. Right up there. But you can't really see their house from here. All that mountainside there's part of my family's land there. What Tim was talking about behind over here on this side of the mountain. Right there, all that right there. And some on top of that hill right there, which you can't see. I wish it would focus. cows. Yeah, very bumpy road. This house, we're coming from the where we dump our trash off right now, going to their house to visit. Looks like the cows are throwing a fit up there. They must be hungry. Here's my grandpa's little new puppy dog, Sparky. Hey, Sparky. Here's our son. He's been ran over by a truck. Now he's healing. He's in bad shape. He can't walk. Buster, how you feeling? You gonna be alright? Huh? Did you see?
Ours is.
Find out who the person is who's going to be coming in.
Don
tomorrow.
Sr. and Don Jr. preparing
And
lunch.
if she's able to stop over today, I could show her, you know, the medicines. But it's really
Hi, Don.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, when that.
Maybe
But if she could
It's
make
raining,
it,
Chad,
she could come over
again.
because I can't come
I don't know.
outside.
We're in
So but it's
Florida.
all-
It does that every time we come here.
Whoever comes in the morning just needs
We're
to
having
read this tonight.
squash.
And
You show
sheet.
which medicines at what time.
Yes, I have all the times.
Yum.
She just needs to take a
Smell it.
Just so I'll peel them, and my maid has done it. And
And you make slices?
in fact, I may slices, and I may use I'll use the steamer for that.
I like to watch you because I think you have some pretty good tricks going here.
I'm looking for the steamer.
What is Mrs. Law's phone number? 96?
Yeah.
Steamer.
448. Yeah, one of those. Grandma, do you want me to?
Hi.
See, I don't know if the tea in here or not.
Don Sr. and Don Jr. getting ready to prepare tonight's meal.
Yes, we're gonna have New Year's Eve tonight.
Don Jr.'s learning the tricks of the trade.
Right.
Am I looking?
I don't know.
Where my steamer is. You don't have to have the steamer for those.
Yeah.
This is outside by the pool. There's a bar down there. I like that banana plant. That's neat. Here's the Law's house as you come in. There's a car coming up behind me here. There's the trees. I don't know if you can see anything around here very well. That big thing there. There's some bananas. That thing right there is something that Tim and his brother stole off the ocean. It's supposed to be some kind of big buoy. I don't know how they drug it in. This is their yard. There's some coconuts. There's palm trees everywhere. Here's our car. This is the back. This is the side. That's the front right there.
Well, I just went back and I'm digging out all these things to, you know, weight down your car. And you go back and what we got here is this is some remaining bottles of these are overstamped. You know, the stamp wasn't right, so they were rejects. And this is Bliss rubbing liniment. And the story behind this, Johnny's grandfather was in the Civil War. And it wasn't his great-grandfather, it was his grandfather. And he was in the Civil War, and as a young man, was the 10th New York Cavalry, so he was a damn Yankee.
Damn Yankee.
Yeah, damn Yankee. And one time his mother sent him a whole new change of uniform, brand new uniform. So they were somewhere, and he took off all his old uniforms and burned them. He took a bath and he put on the new uniform, and he was walking around, and this general saw him. And I mean, you know, everybody else was pretty scrunchy, including the general himself. So the general commandeered him to be his aide. So he was an aide to the general, one of the generals of the 10th New York Cavalry, which was a famous damn Yankee cavalry unit. And after the Civil War, he moved to the Washington, D.C. area, and he bought this patent medicine company. And they had basically two things. They had this liniment they made, and they also had an herb, called Bliss Native Herbs, and those were a laxative. And they were all made from natural things and everything, and it's really too bad that, you know, the company it slipped away, because today that stuff is real popular. Yeah. But anyway, he spent, he started the medical company, and it was really a thriving business. And then he took his money he made from that, and he had a real estate brokerage type company, and he went around and bought up land in Virginia. And for advertisements, he bought up. He got a lot of Confederate money, and he printed on the
Yankee going to Virginia.
But on the other side of the you know, there's this Confederate money. He printed his advertisements. Now Johnny has some copies of this. This money I gave him one time. I don't know where it is. And he advertised them at his real estate company, and he advertised the medicine. He also bought a lot of property in Washington, D.C., and which later built apartment buildings and whatever. And so there was a period of time where there was a thing called the Bliss Properties, and that's where Johnny's father got an income from that. So what I have here is some advertising pencils, and they're very old, and the erasers have gone bad, but they're real good lead. It's very good for drawing. And so I got one of these for you and one for Tim, and then we've got, we only found one thermometer, but might turn up another one. And then I'd like you to give one of these to Tim, and one to your grandmother and your grandfather and your mom. And what happened is the alcohol evaporated from it. So what I'm going to do is top it off. What's in there now is this, there's all kinds of stuff.
The good stuff.
It doesn't say, it says contains 10 herbal ingredients for the relief of pain due to sprains, stiff neck, bruises, sore muscle, muscular lameness from exposure or overuse, cold sores and bed sores, pimples, chill balm, insect bites, itching due to simple causes such as red bugs or chiggers. Chiggers, hey, helps heal minor cuts and scratches. And it also removes tar and paint from the skin. And we actually mixed this batch up, and we got all these things from all over. It has oil of sassafras, oil of hemlock, cayenne pepper, gambier, giac, oil of turpentine, oil of origanum, Ceylon cinnamon, myrrh, and thyme. And it was in 1888, so it was a little while after the Civil War that he started. So we're going to, send some of this on, and oh boy.
Okay. There it is. Ate a hole in it.
Yeah, it's not. It's cork.
So it takes care of chiggers, huh? You hadn't heard of chiggers till you came to Arkansas, is that right?
I'd heard of them, but I'd never experienced them. I think I still have them.
You didn't get into them. If you didn't,
No,
you'd
I
know
think
if
I
you
still.
had it.
No, I think I still have them.
Oh,
They're
you still have them from
chewing
Arkansas.
them. Yeah.
Yes. Where is it? How to get up there?
Went up there to get Dawn. Fill this right up with some isopropyl alcohol, and they'll be as good as new. One time I had put this all over me for some sprain or something like that, and then I went on a date, and my girlfriend, she wouldn't go out with me because I smelled so bad of this liniment. There's something in it that just really smells or stands out. It's pretty good stuff, though. Only thing is you don't want to drink it.
You don't want to drink it?
When we started making this, we had a big problem with getting the pure grain alcohol because that's what they originally used in it, and it was just not worth doing that because of all the legality thing. So we went ahead and used isopropyl alcohol, but originally this was made with pure grain alcohol.
Wow. Now you
And
can
I think
buy it anywhere
that
today.
during the Prohibition, the bums would get this and filter it through a loaf of bread and drink it.
Good golly. And then eat the bread.
No, the bread would get all the herbs and spices out of it.
Golly.
You want to, wherever you put these, you want them to stay
Out light.
it's vertical.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. We've got a few more things for you to put in your car.
That's nice. Those are neat. A little bit of history.
Yeah.
Family history. So when did Bliss Rubbing Liniment go out of business?
It sort of fizzled out in the 70s.
70s.
You know, sort of in the late 60s. Little dog. So I'm going to show my sculpture.
Okay. Unhook the camera.
This semester in the sculpture class, I started off, I found this book about cycladic art, and I bought it just because I liked this primitive type of head that was on it, but I didn't know anything about it. I just thought it was African art, but it turned out this is ancient Greek art from the Greek islands in the 2500 BC. So I read the book, and it had all these little idol type things that they made. But basically, I just wanted you to focus in on this one, though. So I used that like a model, and then I was going to use sheet metal with my new wire feed welder to weld this all together. So I started off, I made this piece, which I'll bring over there. So this is 16 gauge sheet metal, and I just cut the shape out, and then I just serrated around the edge and bent it over, and then welded with a wire welder and to make the nose. And so this was sort of my first attempt to copy the shape of it. And the finish on this is I polished it a little bit with a grinder and then heated it up to 600 degrees, and it turned a natural blue.
Wow.
And this is a piece of mahogany from the Hurricane. So that's that piece. And then the next one I made, I changed the shape a little bit. And this one looks a little more like the one on the picture. And they actually had the head sloping back like this. And this one I used the same method of construction, but I closed the back end, and then I made this
round
conical piece for the neck and that on there. And I painted it white because the original ones were made out of marble.
How long did it take you to weld that one right there?
There's a lot of time on it. It was, you know, a couple class periods.
Wow. Although you did this during class.
Yeah, I had to do it at school.
So they let you bring your welder in there to do that?
Yeah, they let me bring my own in. So then I also, as I was looking into this, I started reading about African math, and I found out there were not only African, but there were oceanic, or which are from New Guinea and Australia and all, and you know, all those the Pacific Islands, and there's also Eskimo mass. So I started making some different ones, and this one is just painted just to keep it from rusting. But this is of an Eskimo mass.
Oh,
this
that's
actually
neat.
later will be painted with the face and actually
Eyes.
vivid colors. But this is made with the same method, except that I bent on the metal brake, I bent the metal
Right.
and built it up. But I still use this method of just folding it over. You can see the detail here with how I just cut it,
Right.
folded it over, let the joints overlap, and just took the wire welder and just stuck it together.
One of the many masterpieces of Tim Bliss.
Then I was reading on the African mass, and I always really liked the African stuff. And this is kind of my interpretation of the Fang mass from Gabon.
Oh, that's
Africa.
neat.
And
Yeah.
you know, I made the mouth different, and I made a way that I could take this one piece of metal, or you know, and put it here and then one over there, and bend them and get the nose and everything at the same time. And on this one, I didn't. I did a different way of constructing this, where I just took a strip and welded it on, and it's just painted just to keep it from rusting. Not. And then at the same time in the drawing class, there was an assignment to make a mast. So I made this one, and it's the same basic design. I screwed it on the door in there. You can see that.
Oh, yeah.
And this is this is just some nylon line that I glued onto it, and it's cardboard. But you know, it's kind of a.
That's
I
still
like the
neat.
shape of it.
Yeah.
It's a primitive, and it's a real typical of the Fang tribe in Gabon, Africa. Munga unga wakawakila. Okay, then, since I was on the African
Kick.
I decided to really go bizarre. And so I'm going to bring this next one in, and we'll bring it outside there so
Okay.
you can see it.
Ouch.
You can, hey, Chad,
Yes.
get me coming in with it.
Okay. Yeah, I got the camera on.
Okay, well here, now this is the next one. This one is really long. If you look closely, you can see the feet coming in.
God.
This is I call this the tall, skinny African bitch.
That is large. What is that, about 10 feet tall?
I don't know. So,
Back up so I can get it all in there.
see that?
Yeah.
I can reach up and grab the breast. See the breast here? Here's the butt. See the butt?
Yep. That is neat.
The head is
What's that made of? What kind of metal? Is
This
it
is,
copper?
steel. And this is some pipe I found up in the attic of the house after the roof got blown off of the house after the hurricane. This was pipe that was up there that had been used for natural gas
Golly.
for lighting. And so it's actually, you know, constructed. You can come closer and look at the detail of it.
Yeah, I can focus in on it.
So that's a tall, skinny African.
Look at the hands. Even has hands on it.
You can go from top to bottom.
Little toes.
Hope the dog doesn't fall in the pool.
That's one less mouth to feed. Yeah, that's neat.
I'm going to put it over here so the dog can see it. Okay, then The teacher was getting a little bit pissed off with my African math thing, so he said he wanted me to start doing something. So I started making this, which is my
nice.
This is my modern art piece.
Let me get around where I can see
So I'm going
it.
to bring it around into there, and then you can look at it from there. I'm going to move it. Now this is made out of the 16 gauge and using the wire welder, and I just sort of went from one piece to the next. There wasn't really any plan anywhere, and after you start doing it, you see that it would have been good to have a little bit of a plan, but I managed to make corrections for the mistakes and whatever. So basically it's this one piece in the center here, and then it's got the twisting effect, and it's like it rotates from here and from down there. And I actually put these pieces on like legs to give it stability, and I added one, and then it didn't look right without having another, so I put another one on there. I'll turn it around so you can see it from the back. This is
It looks like it had a lot of time put into
here.
it.
This is hollow here, and this actually, if you look at it this way, it has a bit of the shape
Oh yeah.
of a head.
Yeah.
See, like the mask with the nose, and it has that in here too. See how this is hollow?
Right. It's got the
like
slant to it.
And then that wasn't really what I was trying to do, but it just started happening. Then I found from this technique right here where I could cut so that these would be at different heights, and then I could get that rotation, and I just took lots of little strips. Now some of the other students were just wasting the metal. I'd already used up 2 complete sheets of my
Golly.
stuff,
4x8 sheets.
so I felt really bad about it. So I went ahead and got all the little scrap pieces, and I used those to make these. And actually it worked out well because I was able to, get this rotational effect here. So it has that here, and then I added the same thing down on this piece down here. With getting a little more bold about doing it. I'm going to lay it down in several positions. You can come over and Tim to see it, so you can get some different views of it. You can like walk around it. And the dog, that's a dog house in there. Yeah.
That is so neat. That had to take you hours.
That was a lot of time.
Look at all the angles on that guy. I don't see how you did that.
Go slow. You're moving too fast. You'll see it when you look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to turn it over again so you get another view of it. Kind of walk back around the other way. You see the details of, this is actually solid. It's airtight. All these little compartments. I'll rotate it again so we get. It was meant to be standing up, but it might be one of those things that might look better laying down.
Oh yeah, that's like the starship on the the Enterprise.
Anyway, that's pure
Star
modern
Trek.
art.
Yeah, that is. That's neat.
Abstract expressionism, Cubist style.
That is neat.
Okay, so I'll stand it up. You could also video some of the wood pieces.
Now this is the first semester, isn't it?
Yeah.
This was your first
Three-dimensional
piece.
design.
All right. This was the first sewing machine he did. This one's kind of laying down. I'll see if I can set it up.
Right.
Whoops. Notice the foot. Here's the last one. That's a neat piece of work right there. It's like something you see in a museum.
Now, why don't you get over that way as far as you can, and we'll show this. This is the Iron Lady and her two tired old men. Okay, these are some real African carvings, and they also helped me get the inspiration of making a real tall, skinny. These are carved out of logs.
Oh, those are made from logs?
Yeah, and
wow.
they're very, you know, you see how tall and skinny they are, so that gave me the idea with that one. You see, he got a little pee-pee there.
Yeah. That must be the wise one right there.
And he's got one too. You know. This one looks like he's been circumcised. This one hasn't. This one must be a Jewish African circumcised. And so this woman is so big it takes two men like this to
keep her satisfied.
I mean, you see how big she is. I mean, it's like really.
It would take two men.
So she's real tall. I'm not sure how I'm going to mount this, but I've got to put some acid on it to destroy the rust, and then I'll paint it flat black.
Right. Did you use muriatic acid or what?
Phosphoric acid.
Phosphoric.
And then either make a base for it or have just a support where it would go back and fasten to the wall.
That's neat. Modern Art by Tim Bliss.
She wants to pee on her feet. I don't know what the water temperature is like. It's not as warm as when you were here.
I don't think so.
No, it's not that bad though. It would be, it would wake you up in a hurry.
Make your sticker stick in.
Mr. Laws put this rope on here so he could pull himself out of the pool.
Oh, we were using to swing off of.
Yeah, well, one summer when they went away, we put a clamp up there with a rope, and we had so you could actually
Up on that beam?
swing out. You know, yeah.
Wow.
They took it down. They didn't like it.
I think it was Johnny maybe. He's telling me that maybe it was you and him or him and somebody else who were diving off that rail off there off
all the time.
into the pool. Golly.
Well, mainly jumping.
That's at least a good 15-foot drop into 3 feet of water.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Tim and I are outside now getting ready to film some of the trees outside their house. I don't know how good the light is here. There's some bananas, baby bananas right there. You see all these banana plants out here. There's a bunch of them.
Work your way over here and I'll show you a couple things. Now, slowly follow me around here. Over here we have the Monstera deliciosa.
Monstera deliciosa.
And this is a particularly nice tree. And you see how big that leaf is?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that leaf is, you know, very broad, and it's a beautiful leaf. And in the drawing class, we had to do a plant study, and I did this particular plant. And if you look under here, here's the fruit.
Oh, so it has a fruit you can eat.
It looks like a Peter tree.
Yeah.
See that?
Now can you eat that?
Yes, you can eat it. But that's the fruit, and that's how it propagates. But these are really, this is a particularly nice one because the leaves are so big. See how big that leaf is?
Huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. And we come on over this way. You can kind of look back on it and you can see how it's been living in there a long time, and it's just really tapped in.
Look how big that thing is. It's just humongous.
This right here is a queen bird of paradise. This is related to the mango, to the banana, somehow, because it has a similar leaf, but it grows a lot different. It's also related to the traveler's palm, which is a particular palm that we have down here. So I don't know if it's a palm or not a palm, but it looks to me more like a banana plant.
Yeah, it looks like a banana plant to me too.
You've heard of the bird of paradise, and you've probably seen that at the bloom that looks like a bird.
Right.
And over here,
are these palm trees right here?
no, those are something else called Dracaena. Now, one thing that's real interesting about the tropics and the trees we have here is how easy it is to propagate them. This particular plant here was started just by cutting sections of that and just sticking them in the ground, and that grew up from it. And those
So they had to have a
trees
warm climate then.
right behind over here,
The ones with the round leaves?
yeah, they're started the same way. And what my mother does is she'll trim them. Every time she trims them, she takes the sections and sticks them in the ground, and she's got, you'll look all back over in there, all along the property.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Over here, see over all the plants that are over right in there?
Mm-hmm.
She planted all those. There's another monstera growing there. And then these orchids, see these on
the tree
on
limbs?
the oak tree? Those are all wild orchids. There's even, right up here, I don't know if you can get the close up, there's still some of them, they're still there. See the little yellow things? They're little tiny
yeah,
orchids.
you can get those.
See if you can get a close up on those real slow.
Yeah, those are neat. You
So
get
really, down in this climate, it's like a jungle. It just, everything grows and it thrives. Okay, now we're going to go over here.
What's that with the flowers on? Is that a rose bush?
These coconut trees. See
Oh yeah,
three
coconut.
coconut trees here, and there's one over there. Kind of go from the bottom up. You see how big they are. The coconuts, when they just lay on the ground, all of a sudden start to sprout. And when Mom and Langdon got married, these were just little sprouts.
Wow.
And they planted them, and since they've been married, they've grown this much.
Wow, and 21 years they've been married.
Okay, why don't you just do a little bit of filming of them, and I'm going to go get a machete.
Okay. Here's that's a royal palm tree there, I believe that is. Royal palm tree right there. Those are the prettiest ones, they get big. Here's another coconut tree here. There goes the backer. Those aren't ready yet. Man, it would be nice to live down here. All these pretty trees and plants. There's some berries up there on that tree right there. I don't know.
Come around over this way, I'll
Those
show you
are.
another interesting little thing. So now the coconut trees, actually those coconuts which are up there, but when those fall down, and if we just put them in with a little bit of dirt and all, eventually they would start to grow, and a coconut tree would grow.
Huh. So
And
you
the
could
way
just,
the coconut trees naturally propagated is the coconut trees would be along the seashore. The nuts would fall down, get in the water,
float to a...
float along up the Gulf Stream and wash ashore on the beaches, and the coconut trees would start growing. And another interesting thing is, you see this palm right here?
Mm-hmm.
And you notice up there it has that thing, it looks like coconuts, but they're little.
Oh yeah.
They've actually fallen down here to the ground. The ground, come over here and look down. See how the
Oh yeah, all
all
the
those
red...
things down there? And here's what they look like. And each one of these, if you just stick it in the ground, will sprout. to be one of these. And all of these palms like this, and the yard's full of them around the other side. They just all come up on their own. You just put it in the ground and away it goes.
Huh. There's no way those things would live in Arkansas.
Okay, now, here we have the bananas, and if you look carefully through here, you'll see that here's the banana plant that has already got some ripe bananas on it.
Those are ready?
Yeah, so we're going to harvest those in a moment, and I'll show you how the proper way to harvest them. So when yours get big, you'll be able to harvest.
Harvest my bananas.
What I wanted to show you now is on this one, which oh, there's another one. Come over here.
Oh, that one's got them yellow too.
Yeah, they're ready to eat. Oh, and look at here. This is something really neat.
Two for the price of one.
This is a rare one. This is a Siamese twin banana.
Oh wow!
Check that out.
Golly! How
We'll
many
take
times
that
did you
in
see
and give it
that?
to Dawn.
Yeah.
And here's like these. Now these are different. They're not like the bananas you buy in the store. They're just little things, but they're real good. Here, you can eat that one.
Thanks. They're sweet. Real good.
All right, but first, I want to show you about this pod. I guess you should come over.
There's a coconut that fell on the ground.
Okay, now, this thing, when it first starts coming out, it's going to have fruit. It'll have this purple, reddish purple piece. And it'll be big. And what happens is these things start flaking off. And under here, see all these little things right here?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Little,
see that?
yeah, they're little bitty bananas.
Each one of those is like an embryo of a banana. Look at this. Those all come up close.
Yeah.
That's how it starts out.
Wow.
And each layer, every leaf comes off, and another bunch of these gets exposed, and then they start growing. And now there's.
So that thing just keeps coming down.
Like on each one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's unusual because that's a biblical number that means spiritual perfection. And they always come out in groups of 7. And then these aren't going to come out anymore because it's already got enough. But when I peel this back, there's another bunch of them.
Yep.
Actually, I'm just need that anymore. So here, see this?
Yep. Little baby bananas.
Okay, now we have several bananas in here, or bunches of bananas that are ready to harvest. Now, there's two ways you can do this: the right way and the wrong way. The wrong way to do it is if you cut the bunch of bananas off and leave the tree. If you do that, the tree will just keep on growing, and they'll never have any more bananas. So your whole banana plantation will die. So the way you do it, you come in here, down at the base. Come over to this side. Right, can you look right through here?
Okay.
See, this one right here is the one the banana's on, and this one is coming up from the root.
Okay.
So this is the next plant.
Right.
This one is not going to mature unless I get rid of that one.
So you kill the banana tree.
It's dead.
So when you harvest the bananas, you're basically harvesting the tree too.
Now this one, we'll have to come back here with something to get them. Okay, so we take this and follow me out of here. I'll show you my mother's little special trash pouch. Now we have here, they pick up the garbage, and they also pick up
the banana plants.
all the cuttings and everything, because there's so much foliage and things here. If you don't cut it back, it'll take over.
Huh. So here we go with the deceased banana plant.
Now we're going to go on in this tunnel in here, and if you I don't know how well you picked the detail up, but Mama has these stepping stones that look like big feet.
Okay.
So we're going to go follow me down the tunnel.
Okay. Those do look like little feet.
Come on down.
Battery's getting ready to go dead.
Okay, so what we do is we just take it, chop it up in little pieces, and a banana plant is mostly water anyway, so it'll just dry up.
Dry up. Wow.
And then you can take a picture, go back, and then all the way over there, and then take one. We'll go down the tunnel.
We're getting ready to lose our battery.
Okay.
These little footsteps, these are cute.
Why don't you go put it back on charge, and I'll get the other banana.
How about that coconut we saw on the ground over there? Can you eat that?
You can, yeah. It's a little bit of a thing to open it with.
Has it been sitting on the ground too long?
I hear the water in it. We'll later, it's not a very good one though. We'll try to find a bigger one.
Okay.
Make it worthwhile and we'll open the coconut. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tree.
Here we go, we're getting ready to harvest another one.
It's going to come right through here.
Timber! 2X. Here come the bananas.
Get out of here, dog.
And as usual, the dog's in the way. Oh, she's alright.
That wasn't really cool.
Uh-oh. May have broke back.
No, it's all right. Just scared her.
Is it Cornell?
Here comes the lady.
Somebody's coming in. Such a beautiful backdrop. There goes that swirl out of the power line.
Here she comes.
There she goes.
Miss America.
No, we don't, because it's because
For a cruise in the golf cart around the neighborhood. Very quickly, I might add. There are some of the homes on their neighborhood. Now one of these belongs to some actor or something, don't they, or a singer?
Paloma Picasso, Picasso's daughter. That guy that was an artist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I like these. I think there's trees here, the pink chat over here, called bougainvillea or something. They're real pretty.
Maybe we can drive by and show them the boat.
Miami Vice episode was filmed here. This house here on the left. That thing there is the boat.
Which one?
Over here. You've been on it before.
The one with the blue stuff on it?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was.
The Big Dipper.
The Big Dipper.
As you can see, it's in crappy condition.
There's their boat. Hasn't been driven probably in 2 years.
No, 10 years.
10 years.
Well, no, actually about No, yeah, it's been about 8 years, 7 or 8 years.
Somebody else's house with a bunch of dogs. Here's a house on stilts.
Hurricane meat.
Now I believe we're going to the bay. Oh. Morning.
Don't jump. That'd be really stupid.
Here's the hill we climbed in the Jeep. I believe that's a royal palm, if I'm not mistaken. They were working on a house right here last time we were here.
This house right here, my mom used to work. She was a governess for Bertram's. And now Paloma Picasso is bought it. They finally figured out what color paint. Remember they had the...
All the different colors.
Yeah.
It's a big house.
Yeah. They had 7 kids.
Here's the bay, or whatever it is. There's some birds.
Yeah, it's a bay. There's some houses. That's a cocoa palm.
What is that?
Egret, maybe? I don't know what it is.
Looks like there's a lot of sailboats out today. There's a zillion sailboats out there today.
Boy, it would sure be nice if someone would take us out on the boat. I think that over there is Key Biscayne. And at the end of the island is the lighthouse. We could go drive over there.
All those sailboats.
Man.
We sure would like to go out on the boat, but nobody seems to be able to get out there. I guess it's almost impossible to rent one unless you're a member of a club or something. Can't believe all those sailboats out there. There's about the nicest house I think's over here. That one right there.
Oh, I like the tile stairs. Walk entryway.
That's a nice looking pool they have there too.
Wow.
It's like it's gonna have some type of waterfall. Can't hang on to her and film. Got a lot of angles to it.
I like those colors, the peach and green is pretty. That house.
There's some Harley Davidson owners.
And some Beamer owners. Break my window.
There's the Laws residence. Let's go film a big tree. Yeah, I like all the stuff they have outside this house. Bunch of exotic trees, plants. Here's this humongous tree. It's huge.
Oh, those are air plants. Things sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
And they have them real tiny too.
Look at the root system on that tree. It's huge. And this is the way to get in there. We just opened the gate.
It used to be one of those roots came out in the road. This big bump, but they fixed it.
I think we might be doing over the speed limit. Now we're returning back to the Laws house. That's the end of your tour. That's all, folks. This is Tim's place after the hurricane.
Big tree. There's this trailer full of stuff. Yeah. Magnum!
Are you recording?
Yeah. Hi, Magnum! The puppy! Hey, Magnum! Magnum! Are you a good boy?
Nope.
Try to eat. Jesse.
Here, I'll take the camera now.
Who's that?
Here comes Tim. He's preparing to feed the beast.
Hey, Magnum.
Hi, Magnum. How you doing? Who's that over there? Huh? And when I get in there, he'll probably start barking. Look what I got here.
That's a good boy. he didn't notice us at first, and he stuck his head out, and he started running towards us.
He jumps on his foot locker and makes a noise.
Yeah, drum.
Who's that? What is it?
Hope I can get in the car real fast.
I can't see through you.
What is that over there, man? What is it? Huh? What is it? Why don't you bring the tripod with you and walk over to the fence?
Oh, we didn't bring the tripod.
Oh, we didn't? Okay.
He'll just hold it.
What? Just don't get real close. Don't let the little doggy get too close.
No.
He sees the little dog.
Yeah, no shit.
Come here. Come here. Come on. I smell a dead possum over here, so right over there.
Where? Yep.
Magnum!
Ooh, that almost got him. I almost got you, Magnum. I bet he could drag that, Dad. If he wanted to.
Shoot, here.
I don't want it. Dead possum.
Hey, a trespasser.
Trespass. It says right here, posted, no trespassing, keep out.
Look at him.
Now, that's where we're going to put the dog food.
This is where the dog food's going.
We're going to get a running start on him. Watch the
He's going to drag the whole thing out there.
No. No. Okay, now get it so you got that on.
I got it.
I'll stand back.
Okay, you ready?
Ready. It's gone in about 2 bites.
That's amazing. Did you see him take that first bite?
That was only a morsel.
Appetizers.
Come here, Magnum. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here.
That's a good boy. You're a good boy.
Just don't get, if it gets loose, don't get close to it.
Oh yeah, believe me, I'll jump back. He's a cute dog. You're a good boy, Magnum. You're a good boy. Yes, a good boy.
Here comes the second bite.
Yeah.
Got it on the tape?
Got it. There goes two that's gone. 30 seconds or less or it's free.
Yeah. Awfully brave little puppy.
So how do you think of that, Megan?
Oh. Hungry puppy.
Well, you're going to go on over.
Melissa.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see you back with the girl.
The hacienda. Well, there's the boy and his dog.
Let me try doing some where I'll go up with and I'll take it. Get the red on. Hey, Magnum. Magnum. You still gonna eat that? Huh?
I think your mom ran into something this afternoon.
No, I think that was there.
Magnum, get that car. What's that? Magnum, hear that car? Brr. No, not interested in that. Magnum, hey. Doesn't even, he's had 2 cans of dog food and now he's on the bones and he still doesn't want to give up. We hear another little dog over here. Right there, there's the other little dog that says, I'm not getting near that big dog.
Look, Magnum. Dessert.
Zoom buttons are up here on the top.
You went down. You went down.
So it's still where the red lights.
No.
Magnum, it's okay, Magnum. What is it, Magnum?
Live bait. That's what it is.
What is it, Magnum? Huh?
Your zoom buttons are up here on top.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Don't take a chance. Don't take a chance. He's just too. He's too
aggressive.
Yeah, I don't trust him in this environment. Even though he's wagging his tail, I don't trust him.
He's like, yeah, come a little closer.
What are you breathing so heavy about? I know. Hey, hear him burp. Did you burp? Was that a good burp, Lane?
He got his eyes on that puppy dog.
He's gonna go eat some more. Said I got some more food.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
mistreated little puppy. Now, sister. Little beagle.
Dog Jake won't pulverize. As a matter of fact, Jake lets him beat him up. That's the weirdest thing playing right over here. And this dog is nuts. You see my yard? You see this? Oh, he climbs. He's not just bad at anything. What's Greg and Melissa doing?
Hey, baby.
Why
Bananas.
don't they come out? They're afraid I'm going to get them in trouble or something?
Yeah.
Chicken! No guts, no glory.
Yeah, killer.